This is Camborne Food Bank, and I was invited here to show that we can cook with ingredients from the food box. Steve here is a volunteer at the Camborne Food Bank, and he's been really useful because he's a single dad with kids, and he's been cooking, but here giving him some pointers and ideas has really helped me extend this journey. So he's made a pasta with some pesto and spam and some mixed vegetables, and there were kids from local schools and even Dawn from Camborne Food Bank, who runs it, really loved it. So that's a good journey, and he says that it's very easy and he can make it at home as well. What is the use of giving someone a packet of spaghetti if they don't know how to use it and give it back or put it in the bin? Some of my projects are to work with GP surgeries and through old age homes where people come to feel better. So it's about inspiring them to eat adventurously and healthy, yet on a budget, and that's what we are going to do next.
We have tripled in 12 months, actually. We're providing now between 12 and 14,000 meals a month. We provide a week's food for how many is in your family. We are starting from the 1st of April something called Food Bank Plus. Food Bank Plus is a signposting service, but not just a signposting service, because it's quite easy to hand out a leaflet. Anybody can do that. But we are actually having people here, Samaritans, Coastline Housing, Stoneham Housing, benefit agencies, and we're going to actually have the people here so they can go and visit them then. There's no delay. We're putting a computer room in so people can sign their benefits now, because it's a lot of form filling which is online. So we're trying to get not just to be the sticking plaster, not just to be the help for the 6 weeks, but actually move people on to be better equipped for their future. I mean, we're not open today, but a lady came in this morning, we've helped her for 2 weeks. Her benefits have been sorted, and she came in and brought me some money and said, "Thanks, Don, you helped me out." And that is what makes you keep you going.
The whole project is about celebrating local foods, and we're working in 3 different towns in Cornwall, and the idea is to create an art trail around the town. So we put 12 artworks in the town centre, and all the artworks created through activities in schools and with different groups in that community. And the theme is celebrating local food and produce. So each artwork is an engagement with a food product or a food producer or chef.
I would like some sort of, with the farm, each lunchtime you can have a group of students come down and feed the animals and their food, and some milk and whatever you do with animals. Try not to get too attached.
Things like this, they're making schools not just schools, they're actually a place to be. They're somewhere that people will enjoy going, and it's not just where you go to have your lessons, it's where you go to get involved. And I didn't realise when I was coming up to secondary school that there would be all these different opportunities. I didn't realise we would ever have a farm. That's just amazing. It's something that you'd never expect, and it's something that people hopefully will be very optimistic about.
We want to work with the school, with the student council. We want to bring in fresh, seasonal fruit, vegetables. We're on the coast, we want fish, we want fresh meat. We want to be able to trace back to all the local suppliers. People assume teenagers won't eat things. It's just because they don't understand what it is. Once they know where it's come from and you give them a choice, then they will eat it. They like different foods. They just don't always know what it is. Sometimes they're a bit scared. It's just a case of once they see it growing, they'll know what it is. They'll give it a go.
What we'd like to do here at Brannel is set up a system where students can participate in the whole process, can participate in growing and rearing both crops and livestock that will become their food, and they can see that coming through to the plate and what's served in the canteen.
It's a real privilege working with the guys and girls that come to People and Gardens. They're just an amazing bunch of people. We have recognised that we need to become a sustainable project. So the vegetable box scheme that we run has been able to grow. That provides us with an extra income. We've also really been able to diversify out into the community. We've been able to take on new projects like growing the tomatoes for the Cornish Ketchup Company. We're also involved in growing some chilies for another local chili company that are making chili pastes. And I've also have my own idea of coming up with growing oyster mushrooms from spent coffee grounds.
It's about growing people, it's about growing plants. The people who come here have got a wide range of disabilities, and we use horticulture as a medium to promote physical and emotional well-being. And at the end of that, we have a product, which may be it lettuces or whatever, and that product represents an awful lot. Once they find a structure within themselves as people, actually they can develop very, very quickly. A bit like this tree here, which will only take 6 weeks to grow this height.